but you know,
Yo,
you
you
Ain't
never
talking
nobody
know.
about
gonna, bro. Ain't nobody coming
ain't
after you,
nobody
fam.
ain't nobody gonna come for you, man.
I'm like, who
I don't know.
coming? Who
You
gonna
never.
come out
The
there?
problem is you never know about BLK people because they don't have anything to lose.
Oh wow! There it is. There it
Like
is,
most
y'all.
people are not looking to start a fight or anything because like they actually.
There it is. There you are. There you are. There. That's what I wanted to hear. I knew it was gonna come up. Great. It's
Yeah.
great. It's great. Great. But y'all be the most ones that do the most harm to people. Want to talk about it?
Well, okay. So what kind of harm are you talking about?
Mm. I'm not naming them. It's just bad.
I mean, I don't think.
Bro, like, Riz, I'm
He
sorry,
got
but
VC banned. Hey yo.
most people who rage bait, right? They're either like at least have some sort of intelligence, but it's just like, well, BLK people like block it.
Like we can't have another
Really,
conversation here.
whatever.
Like we all human here, bro.
Yeah, we
Like
can
you
have
ain't
a
gotta be
conversation.
like we just having a conversation and you have nothing to back up none of your claims. None.
We can't have a conversation because you keep muting me. Because you know that you can't argue with me. Because my logic is far superior.
Your logic don't mean nothing over here. You see that? See how that works? Boom.
Bro, RSG, how old are you?
Oh man, I'm having fun. I'm having fun over here, buddy. Every time she mutes you, I'm laughing at
RSG,
you.
how old are you? You sound like you're 40.
No, I'm not 40, fam. If I was 40 years old, I wouldn't even be on this game, bro. I ain't gonna lie
So
with you.
how old are you?
How old are you?
I asked you first, bro.
Well, I just want to know how old are you because you asking these questions. How old are
I
you?
literally asked you first, bro. You
I
sound
want
like
to
you're
ask,
40.
bro. Just ask the question. How old are you, fam?
Bro, I literally asked you first and you don't want to answer. That's creepy as hell. You're a creep, bro.
I'm a creep.
Anyways, going back to it, there's nothing that BLK.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Wait.
But since you want to know how old I am, bro, I'm 23 and I got a girlfriend. Now what? It's out the bag. Now, how old are you? Oh, you can't talk 'cause you done got muted. I'm 23 years old. How old are you? See, he asked me a question.
BLK people are in.
What's your age, bro?
I can't.
Can you answer the question? He can't answer it. Like this dude said I get told I am 40 years old every time. I'm 23 years old. What? I ain't even 40 yet. The rage baiting be real. I get called unk and I ain't even unk yet.
I feel
Man,
like they don't understand the concept of deep voices.
I swear. If I'm 30 and 40 years old and I'm on Roblox, there must be something seriously wrong with me. What am I doing on here? I'm supposed to be having a family. Supposed to be living life. Shoot. Hey, bro. But now, what I was saying for like, you come out here to Charlotte, you gonna have some fun. There's a lot of things out here to do, bro. We got malls out here. Well, we barely got malls thanks to these people out here doing it's just anything, destroying the mall. We barely got any malls. I would say North Lake was the best mall, but it's not because it got shut down. Well, it didn't get shut down, but we lost a lot of stores to foolishness. But hey, you got any malls down there where you at?
Oh yeah.
You got like any big
Okay.
ones, like way different than
Yeah.
ours?
Oak Park Mall. That's where everyone goes.
I ain't gonna lie, back then when I was a kid going to the mall, that was like the best thing ever. Always.
No,
Now I'm older, I'm like, bro, let's go to the mall. Okay, we'll just walk around, I guess, and see until I see something I really want.
I low-key only go there to look at people.
I ain't gonna lie, I go there get the what's that? Aunties. I like me some prances, man.
Auntie M. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that blue lemonade. Man, I might get some tomorrow. Matter of fact, just think about it, bro. I might just get some later off work tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna Uber eat some tomorrow. Yeah. That's
That's
what I'm gonna do. Yeah. And that jump be slapping, man. That jump be good.
I've low-key
Hey,
never had it.
you ain't never you. They got it on DoorDash.
Really?
Uber Eats. Uber
Oh,
Eats,
I
yeah.
don't I don't have Uber or DoorDash, so
Oh, you should get it.
hell no.
Why not? You like getting your food, huh?
Hell yeah. Well, no, I just don't like eating out in general.
Oh, gotcha.
But that's just me.
Shoot, I get the pretzels. I get the pepper. I get the pepperoni ones, and I get the sugar ones. It's really good. And that blue lemonade. God, I think I'm in heaven. Can't
Yeah,
go
that
wrong with
sounds
that.
good.
But now for real, when I used to go to mall, it was GameStop, Foot Locker, the retro game stores, clothes stores, all type of stuff, man. There's a lot of things to get at the mall, but you see some jewelry too.
Yo, what's up?
Bro, you keep coming in here and you ain't saying nothing.
Huh?
What? What? Did you hear anybody hear anything he said? I need to go run back my stream on YouTube to see if he said what he said.
Hey guys, what's poppin'? Brand new whip just hopped in.
Oh,
I got
man.
options.
And you got a 6'7" chain on.
You mess with the RSG? Cause I know your baby mama does.
I don't have a
Talking
baby mama, and my girlfriend will give you a chance of a day. And what?
Why you got your Juice World outfit on?
Wait, I'm gonna
Did you hear anything I
Oh,
Yoshi,
wait,
did you hear anything I said?
no, because you like cut out.
Holy.
But what's up?
Okay, yeah. I said I would have never guessed. World's filled with interesting people. And I heard you say it felt like a charity. What do
Yeah.
what do you mean by that? Describe it.
So like people would come up to us and they'd be like, or my mom would talk about how we're adopted to people, and then they'd be like, oh, so cute, or how was that process like? And like people would be like strangely nice to us, like one time this one lady just gave us all like $20 bills. There's 5 of us, by the way. But I don't know. I just feel like I don't think my parents were trying. That was their main reason for doing it, but I feel like they definitely liked feeling that feeling. If that makes sense.
Are all five? Are you all different races?
So 4 of us are all have the same mom, but different dads. So we're all basically BLK. And my youngest brother, he's Hispanic.
I had a question. It was the second question. Do you think that I'm assuming you're like late teens, early 20s?
I'm gonna be 19 in like 10 days.
Okay. As of now, if you look back a couple years, was there a point where like, you psychoanalyzed yourself and realized that maybe there were some worldviews that you adopted that weren't necessarily in your best benefit and could have yielded from your parents? Or no, not really. They weren't those type of people.
No, I think that. See, that's actually one of the things that I think about myself. Like, I psychoanalyze it all the time, but it's just like, I feel like I grew up in the exact perfect recipe for me to be like, how can I say it? Like a raccoon, you know what I mean? Like, I literally had all the formula for me to grow up and have, like, all these weird ideologies and stuff like that. But
The rack
somehow,
came before you.
huh?
I said the rack came before you. That's crazy.
Exactly. No, because think about it, right? I grew up in a majority whitey population almost all my life. I never had BLK friends. My parents are whitey. Most of my family is whitey. So, like, I could have ended up like, oh, they hate me because I taught proper, or at least I'm like not one of those ghetto BLK. Like, I could have ended up like that. I think because I was like, see, honestly, I don't even know how I didn't end up like that. Like, that's something I think about a lot. But I think maybe some of it has to do with the fact that even though my parents aren't like the worst in the world, I did not want to be like them at all. Like, I despised them when I was younger. So, like, certain beliefs they had, I'd be like, well, I don't want to be like that. Like, they were kind of, I don't want to say, well, they were homophobic, but not like, it's hard to explain. Like, they weren't like, oh, I despise like the LGBT, you know what I mean? But they just didn't support it. And I was like, my 9-year-old self was like, oh, well, that doesn't make sense to me. Or like, they were Christian, but they weren't like heavy into it. And I'm agnostic, so. And they supported the Orange Man, and I didn't. So I was just like,
Very interesting.
yeah. So honestly, I have no clue why my ideologies or thought process is so different than what it could have been, but
It's probably the last question, but is there anything distinct in your experience from talking to other people and how they grew up? Is there anything unique about being adopted, or is it kind of just like any other situation, just acknowledging that?
I think my experience definitely shaped who I am as a person. Because honestly, growing up, I felt like I didn't belong anywhere. Like, I don't want to be that person, but I was basically too, like, white for the BLK people and too BLK for the white people. And I'm very, like, I'm clearly BLK, so I couldn't really identify with mixed people. So I was just kind of like, I felt very separated from everyone in terms of experiences. And I couldn't really talk about my insecurities or anything like that with my parents because they didn't really understand. So I just kind of had to thug it out.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
You earned like 10 interesting points. You're a peculiar individual, but yeah.
What do you mean?
Did that sound wrong? When I say peculiar, I think you stand out a lot. Like I said, I would have never assumed this. It makes me wonder like how it affects how you view the world.
I got a question. Bounce off what you were saying. I have a question too. Kind of bounce off what you were saying, and what you were saying. Something about like you never felt like you had a place to go to. Like when you go around like white people, have like they ever been like, yo, like you're less like you felt like they was kind of like looking down at you kind of because you didn't like grow up with like BLK parents. So like you ever felt like what's the word I'm looking for? My bad.
No, you're good.
I'm trying to my bad. I'm trying to think. Like have you felt like my bad. I had the word in my head, but it disappeared.
Made fun
Have you
of?
felt like distant, like you felt distanced, like from other BLK people growing up?
I definitely felt distant just because I feel like I didn't have a lot of the experiences they had, and I never really came in contact with a lot of them for a majority of my life. So I always felt different from them in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And like I would always get like, I don't know, like I can name a bunch of specific comments that people would make towards me. Like the few ones like where it would be like YT people telling me, "Oh, I sound blacker than you." And then I'd be like obviously it's not that big of a deal, but to me that just makes it made me realize that certain people really see, you know, a certain group of people as all the same. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then like I'd have like BLK people tell me I sound like I haven't been through any struggle. So I'd be like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I didn't really identify with anyone. Or, like I said, mixed people, like, they'd have sort of similar things, but at the end of the day, like, they're more accepted in society more than like fully BLK presenting people like me. So, like I said, I just, oh yeah, and most of the like fan bases and spaces I was in was just like smartest. Yo, shut the hell up. Yo, you're
Wait,
so
no, what does that say? I can't see the other word.
yeah. It says most pretty something. Loki, I just picked the shirt because I like the yellow, the contrast of the yellow and the black.
What does it say? Most pretty, richest, swag,
Oh yeah.
smartest. What does it say?
Smartest ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Ex-girlfriend. Okay,
Okay.
interesting.
But yeah, and I just wasn't represented in the media. I couldn't talk about how I was feeling because I low-key used to be embarrassed that I was adopted so bad that I would literally not want to go out with my family unless the rest of my siblings went.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, I just felt pretty much distant from everyone. And I feel like that shaped who I am today.
Dang. As somebody, I feel like other black folks been like, "Hey, bro, you're less like they basically call you like less black than them because you grew up with white folks, you know, white parents and stuff."
Yeah.
Yeah. They have.
Well, they haven't called me less BLK, but like I said,
They
oh
feel
my
like
God, the unexplainable rage I'd get when like a white person would say, "Oh, I'm more BLK than you," or "I sound more BLK than you." Like the rage I would feel when I'd hear that would be unexplainable. And then when BLK people they wouldn't say I sound or I'm less BLK, but they'd say like, "Oh, you sound like you haven't gone through any struggle," or they'd make assumptions about me like, "Oh, you sound like you only date YT people," or stuff like that. And it's just like, damn, like nobody understands how I act or how I think at all.
One question: was the concept of race kind of imposed on you, or is it something you later recognized in life?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, was it something that dawned upon you like very early,
Yeah.
or is it something for me personally? Just to draw the contrast, I didn't understand what race was. I didn't know anything about race until I got like probably out of high school.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I just thought
Well,
people. Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
I think it's probably different. You said you grew up in PWI
Mm-hmm.
area. Like for me, I grew up in a more multicultural area. So when I saw people, I didn't classify them by how they looked because everyone looked different. So I just thought, okay, people have different parents, and I got to interact with people more so, like sense out their personalities before even trying to categorize them. But yeah, I'm wondering how that would be for you.
Honestly, it was kind of different with me because, like, honestly, I was a very, like, I don't know how to say this without sounding like posh or whatever, but as a child, I was pretty I was pretty much in my head, so I would think all the time. Like, but anyways, like the concept of like race and different culture dawned on me pretty early because I remember there was like a majority of like Hispanic uh people in my school. Like it was pretty much majority white, but there was a large Hispanic community, and I just as a kid I just thought different cultures was just so cool to me. Like I remember I remember I would stay after class with some of the Hispanic kids because they weren't allowed to participate in Halloween. And I just listened to them tell me about their culture and why they didn't do that. Or like, I had this one Asian friend and she'd tell me about how her family would spend the holidays. And I just found that so cool as a kid. So yeah, I did recognize our differences, but
No,
I guess,
not yeah. Just to add more clarification, not recognize that people are different, but people are different in a stark way, like a high contrast way, and then these differences entail certain histories. Like I'm gonna be honest, when I was explaining things in school, like the SMAVE
yeah.
tree, I didn't look at YT people and say, "Oh, okay, these are the people who are they are the evil people." I just thought we were discussing a group. We were discussing a group of people who just went through bad things, and like I didn't create this dichotomy of BLK, whiteness, etc. It was like, were you? I would say it's more so radicalization. Were you radicalized in any sense, like how you interpret race?
Um,
Kind of. Hold on, just to make it like more
yeah.
palatable. Like, if you were were there ever instances where you looked at your parents and you're like, why are these people adopting me? This is like with disdain, like more so because of your race, because you didn't.
Actually, no.
Okay.
But I did, there were definitely instances where I wished I had BLK parents simply because I didn't like feeling different. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I think it's a little. I feel like it's more probable that you would have been. I think it's less probable to be quote unquote radicalized if your parents were white anyhow. But anyway, how is that? How was that like? Or how is that? I mean, I think your parents are still alive, hopefully.
Yeah, they're still alive and they're still whitey. But nowadays it just feels normal because it's all I've ever known. But as a kid, like I would just think about it all the time. Like I said, I'd be embarrassed that my parents were whitey and I was different from them, and I'd be like,
Can I get my mic back?
and like I said, I'd feel different from everyone in a lot of aspects and most aspects. So as a kid, it definitely messed with me, but now I'm just like
I
used
mean,
to
that's
it.
fair. I mean, yeah, it's like family reunions. It's like,
Yeah, yeah,
so
definitely at family reunions. I just, because we barely got to see our other family anyway, but
I mean, how? I mean, well, I mean, like, I'm guessing, like, in terms of like cultural immersion, they probably weren't able to provide you like a very culturally immersive environment, right?
yeah, definitely not.
Okay. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, I mean, part of me is like, I understand, obviously, they're not going to be able to give you that level of culture, possibly. But also, I mean, sometimes it's nice if they try, but also sometimes people try and then they do it in an awkward
Yeah,
way that doesn't really.
they definitely wouldn't have understood why they needed to, even if I had asked. Like I remember this one time, my sister, she was really into K-pop. Like she would love it, and then she'd be like, "Oh, I want to be the first like BLK K-pop star or whatever." And then my parents would, they would be kind of annoyed for some reason. They'd be like, "Oh, why does it have to be about race?" Like, and they just didn't understand like the concept of wanting to be represented or the concept of why we wanted representation. and like they didn't like using words like
Just forget it.
they didn't. I don't know. They were very weird about it. Like they didn't like us bringing up the fact that we were different. Like they didn't like us using words like BLK people or stuff like that.
Oh, well then I'm. I mean, look, they're your parents, obviously. I don't want to say. I mean, they seem like good people. Obviously, anyone that helps the adoption system is great. That is a little awkward to me at that point. I don't understand if you're not gonna make the effort. I don't know. I think
Yeah,
yeah, there needs to be a
it
level of
definitely, yeah.
accommodation.
That's one of the things I feel like kind of impacted me because, like I said, I started to have like weird insecurities, and I felt like I couldn't bring it up to them because they wouldn't understand.
Look, I mean, if it makes you feel better, I mean, my parents aren't white and they still aren't on board with a lot of, well, like they probably have more sympathy than your parents would, but they're not 100% on board with like that whole, all the representation stuff or all the quote
Yeah,
unquote woke stuff. So to be fair, like how do I say this? Also POC parents, just because you POC parents, it isn't going to be a guaranteed that you get those parents. Yeah, you get this.
yeah.
Like, no, next level I'm not. I was just pointing out that like your parents don't have to be white for them to like still not be on board with that whole like representation or like
Yeah.
with that whole like racial advocacy stuff, if you wanted to call it.
So the same thing you was talking about.
Did he get VC bans?
I think he
No,
I don't
no,
did.
think
no.
so. Because he can hear him. He can hear me.
I slightly disagree, but I don't want to turn this into a.
Can I
I
get my
mean,
mic?
we can. Yeah, okay, that's
I,
you can.
No,
What do you disagree with? I mean, it's fine. I think we can have conversation. Nothing to be ashamed of.
yeah, I would just say it's more likely BLK people are going to be more racially conscious and like care about
I
those
don't got
things,
my
even
mic.
if it's in an insignificant way. Still going to be somewhat pertinent.
Oh well, that's not what I said. I just said that just because you have parents.
I don't got my mic, bro. It's no point in me being fuck it.